The most northerly destination in League One this season, Morecambe are going into their second year at this level, continuing their steady climb up the football pyramid. The club have never been relegated since they were formed in 1920. They spent over a decade in the National League before finally reaching the EFL for the first time in 2007, and then needed 14 years in League Two before another playoff win took them to the third tier for the very first time last season. A seaside town on the northwest coast, Morecambe was a thriving holiday destination for a time and once had the biggest Pontins resort in the country. Between 1956 and 1989, it also hosted the Miss Great Britain Beauty Contest. Like Lancashire coastal neighbours Fleetwood, Morecambe can thank their seaside location for their nickname, the Shrimps. Football isn't the only sport represented at Morecambe's Mazuma Stadium, which was opened as the Globe Arena in 2010. Local resident Tyson Fury has a gym on site, and the world heavyweight boxing champion is often spotted around the town. The ground itself is one of the smallest in the EFL with a capacity of 6,500. It's a 2.5-hour journey from Pride Park Stadium, and it's a trip Rams fans have never made before. This season will mark the first time that Derby have faced Morecambe in a competitive fixture.
Hello and welcome to the preview show from RamsTV. Derby County start their month-long road trip tonight. The next 5 matches away from home for the Rams. They're not back at Pride Park Stadium until the 3rd of December. And the journey starts tonight, a long journey north to Morecambe. It's one of just 4 games in League One tonight as a handful of teams play their games in hand. Derby have actually played 2 less than some of the teams above them. Home games for Lincoln, Oxford United and Wycombe tonight. Port Vale are the only other top half side in action this evening. Derby could break into the top 6 tonight. We'll take a look at the League One table a little bit later. Let's begin our build-up though by hearing from a Derby striker who's in fine form. James Collins came back from suspension on Saturday to score his 4th goal in 3 league games under new manager Paul Warne.
Yeah, so before he come in, funnily enough, before his actual first day, I was at a friend's house with a couple of his ex-players, and they said to me that you'd love him and it'd be good for you, and they were actually texting him that night about it, about it going on, and yeah, I've heard nothing but good stuff about him from previous. I know he's good mates with one of my old managers, Nathan Jones, and he texted me saying you'd really enjoy working with him. So, and I have since he's come in. Is everything what I expect really. Is really bubbly, real man's manager, and really wants his players to buy into what he's doing and love him really. He wants to be liked, and I think so far the lads are really happy with him.
He's talked about trying to sign you on a couple of previous occasions. How aware of that were you? Did it get as far as conversations? Or?
I've never spoke to him. I have spoke to him in football terms, like during lockdown. When the games were going on, he was in the hallway once when I was doing my stretching, chatting to Nathan Jones, and we were just having a chat as a three. But as going as far as signing me, no, I've never spoke to him. But I have heard in the past that he's through agents and stuff that he's tried to sign me. Yeah.
I can imagine there must be apprehension whenever a new manager comes in. Did it take the edge off slightly? Did it take any of the worry away for you when you're hearing from a few people, this guy's going to be your cup of tea?
Yeah, I suppose it did. Yeah, because you always. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say a bad word about him. Some people that you speak to in football, so that's a good thing from the start. But yeah, when you know a manager likes you in the past and he's tried to sign you, I suppose for any player it would be a bit of a boost.
And you've spent a bit of time with him and a bit of time with him out on the training pitch. He sounded almost gleeful when he's talked about the drills that he's been putting you through.
Yeah, he's been loving it.
Have you?
But no, the drills and the sessions have been really good, but they've been tough. And I think he's been getting a bit of pleasure out seeing me suffer. But to be fair, it's my own fault because it was me that got sent off, and if that weren't the case, then I wouldn't have had to do it. But no, as you're probably aware, he was a fitness coach at Rotherham before, so I think he's dived into his logbook and got a few sessions out of that, and they've been really tough. Yeah. Has
it been nice to spend a bit of time and build that relationship with him early on? Yeah,
our relationship before that was good. But I think when you spend a bit of time one-on-one, you learn a bit more about each other, and yeah, he's, apart from not being able to breathe at times, it's been nice to get to know him a bit more. Yeah.
And your record under him so far is fantastic. 4-3 in the league. You're back in the side on Saturday. You score. Was a lot of frustration let out in that moment for you?
Yeah, more relief really, because when I did get sent off, I'd scored in the game, and I felt like I was playing well and scoring goals, and to miss them 3 games through something a bit stupid by myself, I suppose it was a bit of frustration. But getting back into the team on Saturday and us going 1-up quite early as well, and then getting that goal, it just made me realise what I've been missing for the last couple of weeks.
And more from James Collins tonight in Matchday Live. Remember, you can watch tonight's game with us on RamsTV worldwide, including in the UK. Head to the website to get your match pass now, dcfc.co.uk. Derby going for back-to-back wins this evening, and there was a win last night for the under-18s as well. They avoided an upset to make it through to the second round of the FA Youth Cup. They were handed a tricky draw away at Basford United in the first round. A pair of first-half goals saw the Rams through, though. Nelson Adiang got the first, Anabayo Fapatu got the second. Basford did pull one back after the break, but Jake Buxton's side did manage to avoid the upset. They'll face either Sheffield Wednesday or Burton Albion in round 2. Back to tonight then. It is the first ever competitive meeting between Morecambe and Derby, the Rams' first ever trip to the Mazuma Stadium as well. Morecambe have never been relegated, incredibly, in their 102-year history, though things aren't going too well on the pitch at the moment. And there is some uncertainty off it as well. The club's been up for sale for a couple of months now. Joel Shooter is from the Shrimps Trust.
It's gone a bit quiet on that front, really, because obviously the club's been up for sale, I think it's the end of August, maybe? Actually, no, just beginning of September, I think it went up for sale officially. So, and I know that there are interested parties, apparently, and there are kind of conversations going on. But at the moment, as far as I'm aware, there isn't anything concrete to really report. You know, people are in, who knows what kind of goes on in these discussions, but yeah, there are people interested and there are conversations happening. I'm not quite sure what stage things are at. So at the moment, really, it's kind of business as usual. The club itself is pretty self-sustaining, which is good. So we're not reliant on the current owners pumping loads of money into the club. So really, at the moment, it basically is just business as usual. Obviously, Tyson Fury did put his name in the ring a little bit on TalkSport the other week. I don't know anything more than that, really. Well, I don't know how much follow through there is going to be to that interview that he made in TalkSport. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, really.
How much of a presence, if at all, is Tyson Fury? I know he owns the gym at the ground. Is that right? But is he at matches? I mean, is he there at all?
I've never spotted. I don't think he's really been to many matches. I think you'd probably spot him if he was at a match. To be honest, he's a big fella, isn't he? But I don't think he's really at the matches. But I think he's at the gym a fair bit. I think I think players have grabbed a few pictures of it with him at time to time. I think, but in general around Morecambe though, he's quite a visible figure. Obviously, I'm sure most people who follow him on Twitter will have seen the videos he does running down the prom and stuff like that. So yeah, he's quite a regular face around Morecambe as a whole. I'm not sure he really comes to many of the football matches, but I think it is fair to say that he definitely does genuinely feel passionate about the area of Morecambe. I think that's definitely fair to say.
That's off the pitch then, where things are okay. What about on the pitch?
Yeah, I mean it's been a really weird last few weeks because we've really gotten into the habit of playing quite well against top half sides and then being rubbish against kind of bottom third sides. So we played Ipswich a few weeks ago. We deserved a point there. We lost in the end, but we were denied a goal through an incorrect offside call. And the penalty that won Ipswich the game wasn't a penalty. So, it's frustrating that's kind of panned out that way. And then we played fantastically, we pressed really high and aggressively and did really well. Then we go to Burton the next week, who were fighting us to be bottom of the table, and we were rubbish. Then we came away with a point, but we really didn't play very well at all.
Well, fingers crossed Morecambe gets some certainty off the field soon. On the field, they're actually looking for back-to-back home wins tonight. Their 1-0 win over Barnsley a week or so ago ended an 8-match winless run at home for tonight's host. That run included 5 straight defeats at one stage. Morecambe have been tipped for relegation this season, as they were last season, and they are in the bottom 4 right now. They've only won twice so far. No team has won fewer matches in League One to this point. Their performances are improving. They earned a point at Wycombe on Saturday. John Major scoring direct from a corner. And we know how Paul Warne loves a set-piece goal. And his side got one at the weekend in the 4-2 victory over Bristol Rovers at Pride Park. David McGoldrick starred with the hat-trick, but the head coach was just as pleased with James Collins back from suspension.
Yeah, really pleased for Colo. It's a great feeling when you walk into the building. Excuse me. If you're a centre forward and you score and you just feel like you have the respect of everyone. He's already got his cup off me, because if they score a goal, I get them a cup with their photo on. I didn't get Didsy one though, because in his words, playing against Man City under 12s didn't count, and he was correct, it didn't count. But now he's got a hat trick, I'm going to have to get him like some super mug that I'm going to have to go and have a look online for in a minute. So yeah, centre forward scoring goals, great for them, great for the team. There's just no negative on that.
I know you talked after the game about the importance of going on a run and turning 1 win into 2 into 3. And momentum is such a buzzword, particularly in American sport, which I know you're a fan of. How do you get that sort of momentum?
Well, the lads get it through their performances, but it's just about trying to reinforce the good things, trying to put the same level of performance on tomorrow night. You need lady luck, you always do. But just that really, trying to show them where we can improve. So there's a few things, as always, that didn't please me Saturday where we need to tighten up on. And then it's just about them performing, feeling free, feeling positive, feeling invincible. That is a big part of it. and that's what back-to-back wins get you. So, like at the moment, our position, 7th is okay, I suppose. Not for me, but okay. But the teams at the top just get wins even when they don't play well, really, I think. And it just becomes like second nature that I want the lads to feel, and how long it takes us to get there, I don't know. But when they leave the dressing room, like, this is a game we're going to win. So I think we've tried to address and they played well before, tried to address it away from home. So when we leave the dressing room tomorrow night, look, this isn't a game that we've come to grab a point and keep the ball and be nice. It's a game that we come here to win. And there's many different ways to win. I just think we've been a bit more aggressive in recent games, which helps. You have to be aggressive on set pieces, and it has to hurt. Winning hurts. I said to the lads after the game, they looked exhausted, but look, not winning is easy. I could still play if I didn't want to win. But winning is hard, and the lads are coming to terms with that, I think, hopefully. And like you say, if we can go and win tomorrow night, then it takes us into a month of Phileas fog, but where we can pick up points and then come back and have a good December. But it is about, you just got to try and average 2 points a game. That's how I see it. If you average 2 points a game over the season, you are right up there. And at the moment, we're short of that for many different reasons, but hopefully we can start performing at a level where we can do it.
Any big decisions to make ahead of tomorrow?
Well, obviously Connor's out suspended, so that's sort of my not massive decision. I've got a couple of options there. Might need to see how Nat is today. I'm not too sure how he is. He was a bit tired at the weekend. So, and the thing is, the way we play and the way I want to play, it's just you have to gas out. It's just about if you can recover, and that's when you need your strength in depth, and you need other people to play in the same position. So with Tom being out at the moment, it's not ideal. I thought Dobbs done well, by the way, on the left, and I thought if I could, I'd probably swap a Nat for a Tom tomorrow. I wouldn't take any unnecessary risks, but unfortunately at the moment, we're a bit limited. So not many major decisions to make, but we'll see how they all are when they come in.
There he is, Paul Warne. Let's take a look at the table before we go. A win for Plymouth last night sees them stretch their lead at the top. They become the first side in the top 4 divisions to break the 40-point barrier for the season. Derby are 7th. The win tonight will see them move into the top 6. Morecambe can't move out of the relegation zone tonight, but could get pretty close, particularly with Forest Green and MK Dons not playing. So join us tonight on RamsTV for Derby County's first ever visit to Morecambe. It's a domestic stream, which means you can watch the game with us if you're in the UK, and we're on worldwide too. Head to the website to get your match pass now. It's dcfc.co.uk. Goodbye.
Collins will chase after this. Oh, missed by the defender. It's Collins, the first under Paul Warne. Oh, lovely dummy. Collins with a chance. Tight angle. And Asula. Chance for Asula. Breaking down the middle. Asula for his second. Well, would you